If you ever find yourself in a situation you did not bargain for, it means someone else got you in. People don't really mind their business. They get other innocent people involved in things they had nothing to do with, you know. So that's just the nature of humans. People make their own mistakes and they get other innocent people to pay for it. Now, if you find yourself in that situation, your problem is not how that person got you in. Your problem is how to get you out of that situation. Because thinking of how you were gotten involved in that situation will only keep you depressed, very miserable, and so worried and exhausted. How you got into that problem is none of your business. Your only business is how to find yourself out of it. Hello and welcome. My name is Angela, and I'm excited for today's topic. People sometimes get shocked at the results of their findings. Some people from investigations that they did, you know, or simply by following their instincts and asking questions, they come to realize that a certain situation that they find themselves in was not even their decision in the first place. So, in a way, they're actually paying for someone's mistakes, or someone just outsmarted them, or someone just got them involved, or someone through dishonesty just got them into the problem, you know, and now they will just be shocked to see that this situation, if they were in the right thinking, they would never have accepted to get into it. See, people get other people involved into a lot of complications. People get into their own activities, and at the end, they get other people involved in it, you know. And now these people, sometimes when they're still ignorant of the truth, they keep wondering, like, how did I find myself here? Why is this situation like this? I really did not, I really wouldn't have preferred things to move this way for me. I really wouldn't have accepted things to be like this, but well, I find myself in this situation. I don't really know what to do. So, the moment you come to realize the truth about a situation you are in, just know that your day has begun. The day for you to take an action concerning that situation, because you cannot continue being in a particular situation forever, even after you must have discovered the truth about it. Now, once you get the truth about it, then everything now lies in your hands. You have to do something about it. Only people who brainstorm, only people who think about situations, circumstances can make discoveries, which means you can never discover anything if you don't even worry about a certain thing. You know, if you are worried, if you keep pondering about a particular thing, you are really worried about it, you will come to make discoveries because it will push you to ask questions. It will push you to go the extra length, to get to understand why these things move this way, why there is this particular pattern, you know. So if you are just somebody who is always comfortable in every situation you find yourself, you can never ever make discoveries. So if you make discoveries about something, it means it has been on your mind. It means you've been thinking about it. Now, discoveries, when you finally make discoveries could be physical, discoveries could be spiritual. Yeah. So physical discoveries could be gotten by asking questions, asking questions from people, or simply following your instincts. You feel a way and you decide to ask questions based on how you feel about something, and then you come to make discoveries about it. Now, spiritual discoveries are made by, if you are a very spiritual person, someone who prays, someone who is really spiritual, you could make discoveries. Like, you could have a revelation about a particular situation. You could have, it could be in a dream, it could be in a vision, it could be in any way, it could be through a trusted spiritual source to you. That situation could be revealed to you from that spiritual source. So in this spiritual discovery aspect, it means you have to first of all know how you get your own spiritual answers or spiritual revelations. Meaning, you must first of all get to know how God talks to you. Now, for people who don't even know how God talks to them, it could be from a trusted spiritual source. So discoveries are made from, it could be from physical, it could be from the spiritual. What's important is a discovery is a discovery. Is making a discovery enough? No. Making a discovery is actually the first part of everything. Making a discovery is what is the first part of a journey to liberation. Yeah, that's it. Now, making a discovery, to a lot of people, when they make a discovery, they just burst into tears. They start crying. Now, all of a sudden, they start feeling, oh, how miserable they have been all the time, all the years of ignorance. Okay, is crying bad? Is crying is not bad. It simply shows you are human. Of course, to many people, crying is actually the first response they give to a very, very big revelation, especially the one that is able to change their whole life forever. So they cry. But now, when you cry, make sure after the crying, you match actions, okay? Because crying will not help anything. The actions you're going to take after the revelation, after the discovery, is what's more important, because that's what determines whether you're moving towards liberation or you are still going to spend all the rest of the years that you have in the same situation. So the action or the action part is what's more important. It's not for you to sit and wallow and be explaining to everybody. Like to some people, they just say, oh my God, this is what I discovered. Or, oh, this servant of God told me this. I cannot believe it. All that is important, but if you explain, if you cry, and you don't do nothing, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to even change the situation. So it would have been better you did not even make any discovery. So when you make a discovery, know that the only thing required of you is actions. You have to set the necessary action in place to know how you get out of the situation, to know how you start your journey to liberation. Now, however you got yourself into any situation, into any miserable condition, into any disturbing situation, does not really matter. What matters is what actions you take. Because the truth is this, even God will never bypass your will. If you don't want to get out of a situation, God will never force you. He will never come to pull you out of the situation by force. He will never do that. Now, whichever way you got yourself into any situation, because you were outsmarted, someone was being dishonest and got you involved, you were innocent and you were just put into something you did not know, and then you came to realize, you came to make a discovery. The conclusion of the whole matter is this. Now, this should be a base on which you're working, the action you're taking right now. Even God said it in the Bible that nobody can commit or omit something and another person is paying for it. So, in the example that God used, God said, fathers cannot eat sour grapes and the children's teeth are instead affected. It doesn't work like that. So, this is in a way to say that if anybody commits or omits something, the person should be held responsible. The person should be the one paying for his actions. It's not another person's fault, or nobody comes to pay for another person's mistakes. So that's the way it is. So you have to know this truth. Okay? Even in the law of liability, responsibility, this is the way it is. If you commit something or you omit something, you have to be the one to pay for it, not another person coming to pay for what you did. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. When you know the truth which says you cannot be held responsible for another person's fault, what do? So one thing you remember is this. Anything you did not bargain for, as long as you're not okay with it, you have the right to get yourself out of it. Getting yourself out of something you did not bargain for is just being fair to yourself. Okay? Lots of people are dishonest. Lots of people don't take other people's interest at heart. Now, you are the only person who can fight for you. No other person will do. No other person will decide to fight your battles for you except you. So when you make a discovery about you and it keeps you worried, match the necessary actions and get yourself out of the situation, no matter the number of discoveries you make about yourself. If you don't match those discoveries, if you don't set the necessary actions in place to liberate you, to come out from there, nothing will even change. So it doesn't suffice to make discoveries. What's important is take the necessary actions to set yourself free from that. So thank you for watching. Please like and follow my page. Till I see you again, stay in love and keep being intentional.